Well, good afternoon, everyone. Wanted to thank you all for viewing our Friday afternoon update here at City Hall. Been another busy week here in Bardstown and Nelson County. Got a few numbers to update you with on our COVID-19 cases in the community. We're now up to 41 cases, and unfortunately, this week we had our first death related to COVID-19 virus, as reported by the Lincoln Trail Health Department. We still have, we had 4 cases yesterday and 8 cases for this week. That was a much higher number than we've been trending lately. So I'm still encouraging people that we gotta keep our guard up and practice all the hygiene and washing your hands and social distancing to make sure this virus doesn't get around to our community. 2 of these cases are still hospitalized, 6 are in quarantine, and 32 have recovered. But we certainly are sorry to have to report that we have had 1 casualty as reported by Lincoln Trail Health Department. Good news for me this week was my COVID test that I took last week came back negative. So I'm happy to report that the test came back negative for me. Some more good news that we think is kind of related to the COVID-19 outbreak is from the reports of our runs here with our fire department. Our fire department usually makes runs anytime there is a serious injury or accident or overdose reported to the dispatch department here in Bardstown in the city limits. And Chief Manley has told me that the number of cases that they've been called out on for overdoses is drastically declined during this COVID-19 virus period. We don't know if it's directly related or whatever, but needless to say, it's good news whenever overdose calls are going in a good direction and are going down. So we're happy to report that. Kim Houston advised me this week that April unemployment numbers for Nelson County had grown to 19.7%. They went up 14% from March to April. And that's a sign of how difficult this pandemic has been on our economy and our local businesses. We think that number will probably hold also for the month of May. But that's difficult times are out there for people, and we know that, and for these businesses. And also, other good news we got this week is yesterday we just received word from the Department of Local Government out of Frankfort that the CARES Act relief funds have finally been distributed to the state of Kentucky. And part of those funds are to be distributed to cities and county governments to use for COVID-related expenditures, but also for first responders. So that's a significant help that we've just got word of as of yesterday and confirmed it yesterday and today that we were going to have some funds available to help pay all our COVID-19 related expenses, as well as first responder related wages. And also another good news is we can use some of those funds for small business relief grants. So I'm in having conversations with Judge Watts today. We both are going to talk to our legislative bodies on Tuesday, and our recommendation is going to be that we do a second round of grants for small businesses. This time around, though, businesses over the entire county would be eligible based on the size of their business, the amount of their annual income, and their number of employees. So this is really, really good news for us here in Bardstown and Nelson County this week. We will continue to do our work on our budget on Tuesday. We did work this week, and we'll do some more on Tuesday and hope to pretty much finish it up at our work session this coming Tuesday. And lastly, we were happy to open up City Hall this week again to the public. And we got that open. We have all the things in place we need to make it safe for you to come if you need to do business here. If you have to have a meeting, we're still requiring an appointment. But if you have to come in the lobby to have anything to do with your utilities or turning utilities on or paying a bill, we have the social distancing things in place. We have the touchless hand sanitizer in place, and any one of our customer service reps are more than happy to provide anyone with masks if they so choose to need one. So that's it for this week at City Hall here in Bardstown. We hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy this wonderful weather and be safe.